Powerbuilds and Forza are two-wheel drive cars with an insane amount of power to weight ratio. These cars usually have over 1,000 horsepower and they look like this. Powerbuilds dominate most tracks in Forza, but they aren't exactly easy to drive. In fact, they are so easy to lose traction, if you drive one for the first time, you'll probably proceed to spin out in a straight line.
How do you race this?
But how are people setting top leaderboard times with these cars? I'll show you how. This guide is genuinely intended for controller users. Let's begin. Move on to the difficulty setting. For starters, turn traction control on. You will need to turn it off later once you get used to it. Most powerbuilds take advantage of manual with clutch. Make sure you at least use manual. Most powerbuilds use between 2 to 5 gears, and having control over them is crucial. Now, you need to learn throttle control in a straight line. So move over to somewhere like a drag strip. At first, the goal is to launch your car and accelerate as fast as possible. You do that by pushing the car to its limit of traction. Applying too much throttle will cause wheel spin and loss of traction. Applying too little throttle will make you accelerate slower, so you need to find the sweet spot between these two. Wheel spin and low amounts isn't too bad in this game, so try to push for more throttle. When your car is about to lose traction, all you have to do is smoothly ease off. Don't let off too much, as the liftoff can also make you lose traction and you'll be much slower. But how do you know when your car is losing traction? The easiest way is to turn vibrations on. This only works for Xbox controllers. Your right trigger will vibrate whenever you reach your car's limit of traction. This is how most people do it. Smoothly accelerate, when you feel a vibration, smoothly ease off. The second way is the engine sound. You know how your car revs up normally? When you are about to lose traction, your car revs up faster than usual for a moment, and that's something you can identify and correct. The third and final way is understanding your car. The more you drive it, the more predictable it becomes. In most powerbuilds, you need to increase the throttle as your car accelerates. Start with low amounts of throttle when launching, then gradually push for more throttle as you speed up. In some powerbuilds, it's faster to launch in second gear. You can also get away with shifting up too early. But don't shift too high, as it will make you lose power. Once you have mastered throttle control in a straight line, it's time to move on to an actual racetrack. Now there will be two main factors that determine the amount of throttle you need, and those are your steering angle and elevation changes. The more your car turns, the less throttle you need. For corner entry, you need to find the right gear when entering a corner. Lower gears give you better rotation, but too low will also make it easier to lose traction. In powerbuilds, it's also more important to smoothly ease off the brakes. For mid-corner, the easiest way is to smoothly let off and coast your car through the corner. But for better cornering and faster times, it's best to maintain some levels of throttle for more oversteer. If you are turning too much, straighten the car a bit and apply more throttle. If you are about to lose traction or spin out, smoothly ease off the throttle and countersteer a bit. For corner exit, keep in mind that you are still in the corner. Gradually increase the throttle, but don't push too much until your car finally straightens up. Your speed and elevation changes are still affecting the amount of throttle you need. For example, you can go flat out on some high-speed corners, but a sudden downhill on a straight can make you lose traction. And that's about it. Those are all the principles you need for driving powerbuilds. Now you just have to practice until you become comfortable with them. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.